The Republican-controlled U.S. House of Representatives advanced President Donald Trump's tax cut and border security agenda earlier this week, significantly boosting his 2025 priorities. The budget resolution called for $4.5 trillion in tax cuts and $2 trillion in spending cuts over 10 years. For more information, VOA's Ndiho is at Capitol Hill. Paul, what does this mean?
Esther, thank you. A win is a win. This is pretty significant in a sense that it's going to push President Trump's agenda closer to the finish line. They still have a couple more things to do. This is just the beginning of the process, but ultimately I think they're going to get to a point where both the Senate and the Congress agree on the budget proposals that push President Donald Trump's agenda forward.
What does President Trump hope to achieve or to accomplish with this kind of a budget if approved by the Senate?
Well, let's put it in perspective. President Trump has a mandate from the people, he has a mandate from Congress and a mandate from the Senate. All these people are there to help him push his agenda across. What is on the agenda right now as we speak is the border wall, making sure that they control immigration coming through the southern border. They want money for that, and I think it's taken care of in this proposal. Send illegal immigrants back home. They need money to do that. So this bill also proposes some funding for that to move forward. There are other things on the table. President Trump needs to continue the tax cuts for the rich. He had done this previously when he was president, but now in this proposal they are proposing to have permanent tax cuts for what Democrats would call the rich. But essentially, it's all about helping President Trump to do what he promised the American people that he was going to do for them.
Well, Paul, a lot of moving parts lately with tax cuts, people being sent to the border. But now the federal funding expires on March 14th, which is pretty close. Does this mean we'll avert the government shutdown?
That remains to be seen because as we speak right now, this budget proposal that was passed in the House goes to the Senate. They're going to come up with what I would call a reconciliation. So both the House and the Senate are going to sit down and look at areas they agree. And if they agree on the bill as it's proposed currently, then they will push it forward. But if there are any changes or amendments that they need to make, then they will do that. Until then, they will have to vote on it. But so far, so good. I think President Donald Trump and Speaker Mike Johnson have an upper hand going into these negotiations because ultimately what is going to happen is that if the Senate Republicans agree on it, then it will just sail through because they have the votes to do it.
Paul, great reporting as always. That was VOA's Ndiho reporting live from Capitol Hill.